All right, everybody. Let's take a look at a really cool micro brand watch, the Scurfa watches. They're Diver 1. I don't have a ton of micro brands. In fact, I think I only have a few. I'm a huge G-Shock fan, a huge Casio fan in general. I have a lot of Citizens, I have a lot of Seikos. I'm only starting to stray outside of that. And one of the watches I got, I've been very impressed with, and it's a made by this company, Scurfa. Kind of an interesting story if you, well, it's not, a little interesting. A guy, forget his name, but he uses Scurfa as his like online handle. He's an actual diver, a saturation diver, the kind of diver that goes underwater for like extended periods of time. It's so long to get to the depth that he needs to be in, where he lives in a capsule and that comes up and down, but that stays pressurized so he doesn't have to adjust. Anyways, a real diver and a real watch enthusiast, and he made his own line of watches. And the point of them is that they're functional and they're beautiful and at a very approachable price. There's a couple now. A couple of them are mechanical, but I think one of the first watches to come out was this guy, this Diver 1, and it's available in, it must be 24 different colorways. He's pretty active on social media, so I'll leave it up to you to find his. But when I saw this colorway, I was like, yes, I need that. Now this one's a quartz watch. It's not a solar watch. It uses a Swiss movement, a Ronda movement. It's 41 millimeters, and I just absolutely love the color. My phone is auto-focusing as I do this, but I really like that nice distortion here. I think it's a perfect size. And I bought this add-on bracelet. Of course, black IP coated to match the case. Most of the colorways are steel. They're not IP coated. But I saw this, and I saw on that like orange-yellow handset, and I was like, yes, I needed that. Should say I'm almost positive there's like a blue coated AR. You kind of see it here. And it's just beautiful to look at. A wonderful, wonderful watch. Signed crown and like a custom milled back. I've really enjoyed this watch. Now, actually, the colors are a little October-esque. For when I got it, I wore it for a month straight on this guy right here. This is a Maritac strap, a Zulu Maritac. This is not at all. I'll never understand the nature of focus or autofocus. And I don't want to waste too much time trying to get that. Maybe everything else has to be at that level? It does, yeah. Okay, well, a really cool, this is one of those RAF straps where the keeper is fabric, and I love them. Those are my favorite kind of straps. And I wore it on this nonstop, and I just think it's a fantastic, fantastic watch. The end links you see are female, so this thing drapes down very nicely. These nice slab sides. How could I forget? It's a 500-meter watch, so that's 50 bar. That's way more than most watches on the market now. Way more than you're ever going to need. And that is a helium escape valve on here. Come on. Maybe, I wonder if I could turn on like a fixed focus onto my camera so I could just keep it in the focal plane and then it's good. Yeah. So, yeah, that right there is a helium escape valve. That means if you're at depth with this and helium starts to build up in here, then when you surface, that won't depressurize and pop the crystal off. It'll come out of here. Not something you or I or any normal person will ever encounter. But the reason to like this watch is that for not a tremendous amount of money, I think you can get a very well-built watch and very accurate, course, because it's quartz. Really cool colors. There's steel with the light blue and white. I really love all of them. They've since come out with a couple of other watches that are automatic, and I really like, and they're kind of on my short list of watches to get. I mean, is it worth demonstrating? It's a watch. You know how this works. We set our dates, and we set our time, and of course it hacks and everything. Yeah, it looks just fine to me. And that Ronda switches over perfectly at midnight. Really cool. Screw down crown, as you would expect on a 500-meter watch. The bezel insert is aluminum. That's not ceramic. That's hard to hit. Maybe that's it. It's just the focus. I should be putting it in the middle. I'm trying to I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, really cool watch. Some people have complained about the logo. It's kind of big, but I don't know. I like it. I like these large square indices. I like the typeface they use for that. I have felt that the machining on here is, I want to say rough, but it clearly came out of a mill and it's sharp. I feel like if you maybe wear it a little more, it'll wear down and be a little smoother. But it hasn't made it uncomfortable or anything. It's like when you do this, I feel all these sharp edges. But other than that, it's a fantastic watch. And as I said, you buy the bracelet from them separately. It comes in this really cool dive container tin thing. Apparently that real divers buy stuff that comes in tins like that, I guess. These are genuine rubber straps that it comes on, and IP coated hardware here, branded Scurfa. So they didn't really skimp on these. These aren't generic. Now there might be other companies that use something similar. Just they clearly went to the effort of branding this, which I really appreciate. You have these large, that's called a tongue, right? And ooh, yeah, really nice, really high quality. You know, a lot of watch companies come with silicone straps, and they're the sort of straps that it feels really nice and they're very flexible, but you wear them and they're not comfortable. Like genuine rubber, those are the straps that I think you really want. They stay dry, you stay cool. Either way, as cool as rubber can be, and I'm glad it came with a nice one, very lightweight. I'm a bracelet person, and I felt like I had to get this in bracelet. And I've been really, really happy with this watch. They still make these. I'm pretty sure they still make this colorway and a dozen others. And they have a bunch of other really cool watches, automatic and quartz. And you really should look into them. I'm so impressed with this one. I'm strongly considering, I forget the name of it. There's the diver one. They also have the bell diver, which is automatic, but I think that's the older one. Yes, the new one's called the Treasure Seeker, and it's a really cool looking watches, and the materials quality is taking another step up. Kind of impressive, but I don't know if anyone has made a video of this diver one in this color combination on bracelet, like a video on YouTube. I didn't bother to check, but in case no one did, now I did. So this kind of extension clasp, a lot of brands seem to use this. It's more of a diver extension clasp. Like if you try to wear this like that to give yourself a little bit extra space, you know, since this is not sized, it's not a problem here. But if it's tight and those kind of edges there, I feel like that's for wetsuit adjustment. So it's not the ideal like on the fly size adjustment for your hand swelling, but overall great watch. Oh yeah, drilled lugs, really cool, really happy with it, and consider going over there and picking one up. All right, thanks.